Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? Guys, it has been quite an interesting episode as a whole this week. Getting to see our favorite girl truly putting out some interesting waves, or not even just waves, but she's putting out some interesting levels of just her being in everybody's life, right? Not only does she not kind of understand how far she's gone in the case of just putting out, everything that she wants to do, she's shown time and time again that everything she's done up to this point has kind of put her in a position where she doesn't even have to worry much about what the people who are going to give her a doom flag is going to be doing, because for some reason they're not doing anything that uh, she expected them to do. For instance, she has uh, she has her brother who's supposed to be this playboy and getting anybody and everybody he wants to all of a sudden not. That's just like not the case, and he only has eyes for her, but she doesn't even know that. So it's kind of this interesting storyline of what has she already changed, and what does that do for her overall doom flags at the end of the day? Because at this point, I thought we were going to see a lot more magic, but it looks like they're still just going to play off of a lot of the just the overall relationship she has with them, which I'm completely fine with. I think that's the smart route to go because all the characters are relatively interesting. It's just now they have to actually bring something to the forefront to make them stand out more than others. And we kind of saw that with with what's his face, or not what's his face, with what's her face, the main girl who our main girl is actually very weary of. So at least now we have an understanding of where this, her fear comes from when it comes down to her finally meeting this person and this person being someone she's actually fond of. Like she has no real issues with this girl. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for her, because at the end of the day, everybody who she thought she needed to be very cautious of really just became her friend at the end of the day. And either they became her friend or they became much more than a friend, and she doesn't see it that way. And she's going to just, be taking it nice and slow, I'm guessing. So overall, that and her experiments of, being a farmer and being able to uh, cook, make food for herself and live on her own and whatnot if she's ever exiled, is hilarious. She's always trying to be like 7 steps ahead of this game just in case things do turn out for the worst and she needs to figure out some type of way to get the heck out of Dodge. She's kind of figured that out as of now, right? Like she's kind of put herself in a position where she's almost good to go, and now she just kind of has to wait for things to play out overall. But with that being said, we still have no idea if she's actually going to raise a doom flag, if she's actually going to be in a position where everything is going bad and she needs to, safely do something to get in a better position with people. It honestly is funny too, because she knows things from the video game, so it kind of spoils her uh, her meeting with people, I guess you can say. She straight up meets the girl who she's never met before or had like full blown conversations with, just to then go and say like, oh yeah, uh, how's your cooking? Like how's this, something that I probably shouldn't know about, and regardless of that, she clearly gets called out on it, but has decent ways of getting um, actually getting out of those types of situations, which is another reason why the show is so hilarious, is because she's the one putting herself in those situations, and if she would just kind of close her mouth at times, these situations might not be nearly as bad as she herself almost makes them to be. But other than that, like I was saying, she's put so much groundwork into just having these people know her for certain things and for certain reasons, and caring about her as much as she seemingly cares about them. It's a very big twist to what I thought was going to happen, right? Like, I thought she was just going to put herself in the best positions ever, but this whole entire episode, it's like she has completely forgotten, why certain people are supposed to be enemies, and if they are enemies, you should probably proceed with caution. But no, she's out here making friends and trying to really just have a good understanding with this game, this world, and everything she can kind of do as a whole, instead of just focusing on being safe. Instead of just focusing on never hitting a doom flag, she's just like, nah, I'm gonna hang out with every single person that could probably put me in danger. So hilarious and needed, definitely. I'm just looking more or less forward to what they actually do with every single character, because that's where this thing starts to actually be really cool and intelligent, is all of these characters have certain types of corresponding things with our main character, but it comes down to how and why are they meeting up, and if they do meet up, what is the chances of them not being in positions to give her death flag? Like, what does she actually have to do to be in a position where she's not gonna get, you know, death, because, or not death, but exiled, anything that she considers a bad ending? What is she supposed to be doing to be in better positions? But I feel like she's already in those better positions, and because she knows so much about the game, it's actually hindering her progress, because she doesn't think that she's in a good position. She doesn't think she's going to, make it out alive, or whatever the case may be, just to come to find out that she's in a really good position already, right? Like, certain people care a lot about her, and seemingly this does happen in the actual game, but maybe not to the same extent, Because not only is she doing things that the other characters would have done, like, she was supposed to be the one bullying the main character, and she winds up not doing that, and so the main girl kind of starts liking her even more, and then she eats all the food just like the prince was supposed to. All these different things that she isn't supposed to be doing, she's doing, and it's changing, or maybe not changing anything. And that's kind of the funny part that I was talking to my anime people about, is this, her life is set in stone, so if that is the case, none of this stuff even matters, and she should still pretty much be in a position where she's screwed, like, she's still not going to have a happy ending, just because something, somewhere, somehow is supposed to go wrong, and she's supposed to be in a position where she doesn't have a choice in the matter. So as of right now, almost every single person has met this girl, and I don't know how close we are to actually knowing, um, just knowing how much every single person after this point is going to be feeling towards her, or if they all become friends with this girl, how is that going to change the overall narrative of the story? So With all that being said, everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day, night, evening. I only threw out the Bleach video because there was nothing really else out, and I love Bleach, so it was just a win-win for me. If we do have more days where there isn't animes and they're postponed or whatever have it, I will be doing more stuff like Bleach. Just dropping something I truly want to talk about, or dropping Berserk and what I would like to see in Berserk for the anime instead of what we've been getting. Just simple stuff like that, so we can keep always something on the channel, even if it's not as much as what I usually do. At least it's something, right? And that's all that comes down to. I just want to hear your guys' opinion. I want to talk to you guys. And if I got to talk about stuff that's already done and over with, just for a little quick second, I'll do that. So with all that being said, everybody, have an awesome day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. So with that being said, take care and peace.